Hello everyone. Now you probably weren't expecting me to cover this one today. Yes guys, we are back with another mixtape. And it isn't MD Pope. This, ladies and gents, is Fetus Munchers. So we're gonna have a little run through of this particular mixtape. Monster in hand, because honestly, this one wasn't that horrible, despite what anybody says. There's a little bit of gore, a little bit of weird porn, but that's about it really. And you might notice that in this video I'm not going to be going into too much detail on the clips. A lot of the clips are very self-explanatory and can be shown, as a lot of them are actually just meme videos or clips from TV shows and whatnot. Obviously I'll be cutting out the weird stuff and the stuff that YouTube might be able to get me for, like gore in movie clips maybe. If it's not so bad I'll include it, but yeah, gore, porn, obviously that stuff won't be shown here today. So grab a drink and relax while we run through Fetus Munchers Volume 1. Now we launched straight into the action with a lovely lady squirting whipped cream out of her butthole, in which another lady is feasting on it. There's also a lot of dildos going up certain bum holes as well, and all of this is done to the song Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry. Anyway, there's also a woman who eats semen off of a couch once a man finishes on it. Oh, and there's also a giant candy cane coloured stick shoved up a woman's butthole as well. There's also a game of mini golf that happens in which the golf hole is a woman's butthole. Now for some art. We have a bowl of eels and 3 Asian women. They're basically shoving these eels into one of the women's vaginas, while in the background there's like a pirate song playing.
Find the fish. We're going to show you a scene from another film and ask you to guess where the fish is. But if you think you know, don't keep it to yourself. Yell out.
Okay. Normal granny. She seems nice.
I wonder where...
Huh. They have a butler. What in the 7 depths of hell is that?
And it will wherever I...
What's the butler doing?
The cupboard? Wouldn't you like to know? It was a lovely little fish. And it went wherever I did go.
Who's this green elephant man?
It is the most elusive fish. And it went wherever I did go. Oh, fishy, 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 fish.
Why are they talking about fish?
Oh, fishy, 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 fish. That went wherever I did go.
Oh, we're now shown a woman puking up fish, as well as having a fish rubbed against her vagina, to the tune of "Come on ladies, £1 fish." And then this dude comes and empties some fish guts all over her body. She also puts a fish into her mouth and sucks one of the bloke's penises with a fish head or something, or a tail, on top of the man's penis. And now, the fish slapping dance. And then we have this video of some sheep being lifted up by a digger to some happy music and then launched into a grinder. They also grind a horse as well, and then it ends with this. The next video is kind of weird. It's basically these people rubbing these green jelly-like things on a woman's body. I think it might be poop, which is a really, really weird consistency and colour for poop. And there's, I think, a Blink 182 music video, or track rather, playing in the background. I realised quickly that it wasn't Blink 182, it's just a song about poo. That sounds like it was sung by the lead singer of Blink 182. And then we're shown a lady in a white wedding dress being peed and pooped on. Now here's a special message about Obama by Pastor Manning.
Now this is not racist or anything, praise the Lord. But Satan used an African man and a white trash woman to give birth to this wicked spirit called Barack Hussein Obama. Barack's father did what 70% of all black men do. Run off and leave and don't support. He is not black. He's white trash. He's white trash. Barack Hussein Obama is white trash.
Now this goes on for a whole 15 minutes or something, so I'll spare you the whole video and cut it off at this point. Next up we have some heavy metal music that comes in the form of the song Die Motherfucker Die by the band Dope. Now this is over a variety of gore videos. So you have two guys, one hammer, you've got an ISIS beheading, you've got what looks like a soldier or a policeman lying in the middle of the road, chopped in half. There's a man with a hole in his face being transported to a hospital theatre via bed. There's a couple of men who look like they're being beheaded by some neo-Nazis. There's some swastika flags up above on a tree, in which the men are then beheaded below these two flags. It's just a lot of sped up clips, consisting mainly of beheadings and chopped off limbs. There's some bad car accidents there as well, and the Dagestan massacre actually makes an appearance as well. And then there's this scene from a movie.
Do you kids like school? Hey, I asked you a question. Do you kids like school? Yeah! What about ice cream? Do you kids like ice cream? Yeah! And bicycles? And hobos? I hate hobos!
Okay, next there's this Japanese girl sat on a table with her breasts out. I think she cuts off her clitoris and then eats it, and then she cuts her nipple off and eats that, and then she shoves a fork into her eyeball, pulls it out, and then eats that, and it then cuts to her basically dead on the floor. There's then a dude deadlifting a weight, and then it cuts to this long 10-minute anime sequence just consisting of gory anime deaths. This song really brings back some nostalgia. Pon pon wee wee wee, pom pom wee pom wee pom pom. It's a tune. Now some of these anime deaths are actually pretty cool, but I'm no anime enthusiast, therefore I could only name like one clip from a 10-minute sequence of quick quick rolling gory anime deaths. There's also this other Japanese sounding song that goes something like a a e u a u e u ha. We then cut to a large man doing a dance to Tay Sonday's song Chocolate Cherry Rain, or Cherry Chocolate Rain rather. We then have some Japanese poo-poo porn, in which a woman poops onto a plate. There's another lady tied to a canvas, in which poop is spread all over her, like some kind of poo-poo art. We then have this segment from the movie Tangled.
Johnson and Taze on date, sick with this.
Cherry chocolate rain, release my love and unlock the chains. Cherry chocolate rain.
And there's a few clips of some iconic movie moments, including this. And this. And then we switch to a Japanese girl hung upside down above this massive glass cube filled with poo, I think, in which she's then dipped into this big shit vat, I suppose you can call it. We also have a really gruesome but pretty awesome zombie movie killing scene. There's also a clip from a movie in which a guy is having sex with a dead, bloody body on a morgue table, in which he's filming it basically. There's also this clip from a Japanese movie in which the woman grabs a bottle, breaks it, and then stabs the guy's face with it to the song Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. And there's also a sequence where a dude rips his face off. There's that one dragon movie with this weird ass looking dragon. Completely forgotten the name of it. We're also shown some Victorian stuff.
6 children together.
He made sure before he married his first wife that she was interested in, at least to some extent, in the things he was doing, and his relations with her.
And a clip from the movie Salo, the 120 Days of Sodom. And then there's this pirate dude with what I think is Noel Fielding.
Right, could you get out of here? Because I've got to clear all this rubbish away.
This isn't rubbish, this is my home. That hole that you crawled through is my front door, sir.
But anyway, here's a bedtime story.
Once upon a time, there was a fox, and he was called Jerome. He lived in the woods, in Elderberry Wood. His friends were Nicholas the tennis rat, and Dante the racist badger.
Bloody white.
They spent their days punting down the lazy rivers of Cambridge Town. Occasionally would eat a cucumber sandwich and sit under Mr. Willow the tree. One day, whilst relaxing, he found a copy of Cheap Bone magazine. It was in the bush. And he read an article about London life. He read it over and over and over and over again and over. And then decided he was gonna go to London. His friend said, no, you can't go.
I'm pretty sure that this is a Monty Python sketch.
I like the laurels particularly. But there is one small problem.
What is that?
We are now no longer the knights who say Niki.
And then this sequence from a Serbian film with this dude shouting and then there's this little snippet of a Frankie Boyle stand-up.
They were talking during the trial about exhuming Jackson's body to do tests on it. See, if they'd done it, I was going to watch it on the news with the volume turned down and Thriller on the stereo.
And then we have a video of an Asian lady being fed some gloopy white stuff. It looks like semen, or really thick, disgusting milk. I quickly worked out that it's actually vomit. And then we cut back to the candy girls, I guess. The girls that were at the start of this whole thing with the candy cane. And then there's a song that's playing over the top of it, and it's like bust all over my tits and big tits and yeah, lots of breasts. And it's that song that's like my neck, my back, like my pussy and my crack. And then there's a few miniature basketballs being shoved up somebody's arse, and by a few I mean like 10. And then there's some old dude writing a letter. I think this is something to do with Albert Fish, maybe Albert Fish's letter.
I made up my mind to eat her, on the pretense of taking her to a party. You said yes, she could go. I took her to an empty house in Westchester I had already picked out. When we got there, I told her to remain outside.
Just sort of gives me Albert Fish vibes. And then there's this liberal cook, Nick Clegg. Forgot he existed.
Around the country, it's obvious that many of you have strong and pretty mixed reactions to some of the things that Liberal Democrats have done in government. Many of you tell me that you're glad that at a time of real economic uncertainty.
Okay, so I actually realised that I forgot to record an outro for this. Basically, we roll the credits, and it's all over. And now the credits aren't anything too amazing, it's just a lot of creamy and chocolatey butts, and a bit of porn, with some thanks to people involved in the making of the mixtape. And that, guys, concludes Fetus Munchers, Volume 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe. I'm sorry I couldn't grace you with the presence of my own face on this outro. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.